Everyone thought It Ends With Us was just another big screen adaptation of a best-selling novel, but what if it was actually part of a calculated takeover? And what if Joe Rogan just confirmed everything? Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds aren't just Hollywood darlings. They're masterminds. They don't just act in movies. They take control of them, shaping projects from behind the scenes in ways that most people never even realize. Joe Rogan, known for his unfiltered takes and insider knowledge, recently weighed in on the couple's behind-the-scenes maneuvering, and what he said could change the way people see these two forever. Because this isn't just about one movie, it's a blueprint. It's a system. And if you look closely, you'll see they've done it before. Blake Lively's latest role in It Ends With Us was supposed to be just that, a role. A starring part in a romantic drama, nothing more. But if you follow the money, the credits, and the power moves, a different picture emerges. This wasn't about stepping into a character. This was about stepping into control. The moment Blake signed on, she accepted a surprisingly low salary. Just $3 million, a fraction of what a star of her level could command. At first glance, it seemed like a humble move. A passion project, maybe. But here's where it gets interesting. She also secured an executive producer credit. That title might sound honorary, but it's a key that unlocks influence. It means she's more than just an actress. She's in the room when decisions are made, and in Hollywood, that's where real power lies. If that strategy sounds familiar, it should, because it's straight out of Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool playbook. Before Deadpool became a billion-dollar franchise, Ryan took a major risk. He accepted just $2 million for the first film, way below his usual rate. But what he really secured was creative control. The studio needed a bankable star, and he made himself indispensable. The result? When Deadpool became a massive hit, Ryan wasn't just another actor cashing a paycheck. He was at the center of it all. For the sequel, he didn't just get a raise. He negotiated a deal that would bring him $20 million upfront and another $40 million in profit sharing. He played the long game, and he won. And now, it looks like Blake is playing it too. From the outside, It Ends With Us looked like Justin Baldoni's passion project. He secured the rights, lined up financing, and even stepped into the lead male role. But once Blake joined the cast, the dynamics shifted. She wasn't just the lead, she was suddenly in the driver's seat. By coming in with a lower salary, she made herself look like a team player, someone willing to sacrifice for the project. But what she was really doing was positioning herself for control. Justin may have been the one who originally pushed the project forward, but with Blake's industry clout, Hollywood connections, and now an executive producer credit, the balance of power was shifting, and people were starting to notice. Joe Rogan recently brought this up in a way only he can. On his podcast, he talked about how Ryan Reynolds isn't just a movie star, he's a business mogul. The guy doesn't just act in films, he takes them over. Look at Deadpool. Look at his aviation gin deal. Look at how he flipped Mint Mobile into a $135 billion sale. Ryan understands leverage, and Joe pointed out that Blake is now doing the exact same thing. The question is it genius or manipulation? Hollywood isn't just about talent, it's about power. And power comes from ownership. That's why Ryan and Blake are more than just actors. They're strategic players in an industry where control means everything. They aren't waiting for opportunities, they're creating them. Ryan took a risk with Deadpool, but it gave him the authority to shape the franchise his way. Blake is taking a page from that playbook with It Ends With Us. The executive producer title might seem symbolic now, but if this movie is a hit, that credit becomes something much bigger. It becomes leverage, and here's where it gets even crazier. This isn't the first time Blake has played the long game. Remember A Simple Favor? She didn't just star in it. She made herself integral to the film's brand, pushing for a sequel, and positioning herself as a key creative force. These aren't just roles, these are chess moves. Blake isn't just working in Hollywood, she's actively reshaping her career in a way that ensures she's not just an actress who gets hired, she's a producer who calls the shots. Ryan's strategy extends beyond just films. Take a look at his business deals. He didn't just partner with Aviation Gin, he turned it into one of the most recognizable premium spirits brands and sold it for $610 million Mint Mobile. He bought into a small mobile company, attached his name to it, made it cool, and walked away with over $1 billion when it was sold. This isn't just luck, this is someone who knows exactly how to play the game. And now, Blake is using that same model, but in the film industry, Joe Rogan pointed out that Hollywood is changing. The old studio system, where actors were just hired talent, is starting to shift. The real power now is in owning the projects. Look at what Reese Witherspoon did. She built her own production company and sold it for $900 million. Margot Robbie did the same thing with Barbie. She didn't just act in it, she produced it, ensuring she had a say in every decision and ultimately walked away with a percentage of the profits. Blake and Ryan have cracked the Hollywood code. Step 1, come in small, take a pay cut, and act like you're just there for the art. Step 2, gain influence, secure producer credits, form relationships with investors, and make yourself indispensable. Step 3, once you have enough leverage, take over the production. And step 4, repeat. So, is this just smart business or something more calculated? Are Blake and Ryan just playing the Hollywood game better than everyone else? Or are they rewriting the rules entirely? And if they are, who's next? Because if Joe Rogan is right, this isn't just a one-time thing. This is a formula. And if you're paying attention, you'll start to see it everywhere.